welcome back again. We're up here in the middle of Stanhope on the back of our Rolling Road video, and you might recognise this one. This is the one that ran 416 brake horsepower on the rollers, but just a little bit about where it came from and whose it is really. So years and years back, when I had an XR2i and Anthony here had the most god-awful Citroen.
Don't put any photos in that car. I know what you're going to do. Don't put any photos in the car.
I've even got the screenshot. You skinned yourself to paint it.
I had no money. My mum and dad paying for that paint job on that car.
Honestly,
sorry,
Mum.
Mum.
You didn't have a last night.
No, I didn't, mate.
Anyways, right, so I'm going to put up, you will have seen a picture of that now. So when we were young, there was always a group older than us and they had cosies. So it's essentially it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
You looked up to these guys, you wanted to have what they had. I'd love a cosie, aspire to get there. So the owner of this, Adam, was one of them guys. He had the cosies back then. And funny enough, 25 years, well, however long ago, he had a magenta two-wheel drive Saph,
yep.
which was used to go through a few engines. But he was young and daft back then. Young and daft.
And now he's old and daft.
Now he's old and daft. So we've gone through a few engines,
yep.
a few gearboxes, but let us tell you, I met Adam, the owner. I met him properly, it was a year or so ago. I actually detailed his RS4. I'll put some pictures of that up. Down mine, whether it was this that led to it, I don't know. He was looking at my cosie on the drive. Several months passed by, and I get a random phone call. Hey, I've just bought another Saph.
Gets a hold of you, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've bought one. Bought a magenta Saph. Standard as can be. Why? So anyway, he comes along, comes to the house, and he says, jump in it, it feels a bit flat. So I jumps in his car, goes for a drive around the block. So it does. Opens the bonnet, there's a T34 there. There was a rabbit off.
Wasn't this car as well? Wasn't this car an actual a restoration project? Is this the one that the guy owned?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know whether to put this in, but apparently the guy who restored it was dead, and there was a long story. Anyway, the guy that restored it got in touch with him. Turned out it was a bit of a lie. So it wasn't the only lie.
He's alive!
So, bit of a shock. This guy loved his car so much he came back from the dead to tell Adam all about it.
Nice.
However, the car was meant to be totally standard. It had a T34 turbo on there and an alarm bell.
I remember you telling us about it when it first came.
You're not leaving a car standard and just put the T34 on it.
No.
So we'll put a bit of power in. We'll actually put my old injectors, my greens, my old chip, which is now in the black one behind there. But we'll put them in, and it didn't last too long really. It started smoking really bad. Clearly the engine was getting tired.
Blew its motor, didn't it? Yeah.
So that's what had happened. Anyway, that led to Adam being really finicky and making sure everything was 100% perfect. It's got the engine's unbelievable in that now.
It is very good, isn't it? It is very good.
It's had a full build by Gordon at Dunstan Engine Services.
Yeah, we met him at the Rolling Road last week.
That's right,
yeah.
I was in the red RS.
Yeah.
He's built that engine and the car gets driven hard.
I think we're going to get in and do have a bit of a ride along and see how she goes.
Yeah, we'll take it out.
Let's get to it. I like your sunroof, posh car. Right, so we thought we'd do a little onboard in the Saph and just kind of see how she gets down the road. Obviously initially in it straight away. Obviously when you've owned these, you know the difference between a bad one and a good one straight away. And I would say this feels like a really good car, doesn't it?
Right.
Everything feels get tight.
Amazing car.
Makes a nice noise. It spools harder than mine at all. What turbo is it?
T36.
Right. Mine's a 34.
That T36 is massive compared to the T34.
Yeah.
But it comes in like a T3. I don't know how. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing turbo.
We just thought today would be a good day. Obviously, I'm sure if you're watching this, everybody's enjoying the Indian summer, and we feel like this might be the last nice days to get the Saphs out. So we've had a couple of people out today, as you'll see from the video. Obviously, mostly to focus on Adam's car. Adam wanted to feature his car. To be fair, it is a great car, and we actually want to feature it ourselves.
Adam who?
No, mate. No.
Adam who?
We had a bad time this morning. So obviously, our local friend, obviously Adam Smith on YouTube, the Cosie lad. We had a bit of a. I haven't had much sleep, so obviously I've got a new baby, and I had 3 hours sleep. My head was battered yesterday. Dan says, "Oh, you need to ring Adam and go to Adam." So I made a.
Hold on a minute. You've missed a massive chunk.
Well, what have I missed?
You've missed, right? We were always set today for the last week and a half. We've had this plan to drive Adam Laker's SAF.
True.
So I told you, ring Adam and meet Adam at his, and I even give you a postcode nowhere near Adam Smith.
Well, I didn't know it wasn't his postcode. When you say cosies and Adam to me, I just assumed the other Adam was actually coming. But obviously I was wrong. So I nearly went to Adam Smith's house this morning and he wasn't even expecting. He was just, obviously Adam's dead polite and he was like, mate, I've got plans today. So I was like, all right. So I was like, mate, Adam's not coming. He was like, you dick, you've messaged the wrong Adam. So we had a bit of a kerfuffle this morning, didn't we, mate?
Right. Get past this.
Here we are. It's dead smooth on boost, isn't it?
It's like modern.
Yeah.
You can drive.
I like how it drives. Feels mint.
It feels like a modern car.
Most cosies, if you're into cosies anyway, you've been in them, they feel like dead mechanical on boost, and obviously dead old school because they are an old car now. But this,
There's no lag.
it doesn't feel like an old school turbocharged car where you get a lot of lag and you're waiting for it to come in. As soon as you hit the power, it's turbo straight away. But it's not like grunty. It's dead smooth and aggressive. But as you can see the clock, it obviously eats the clock, so it does move well as well. I quite like it.
If I drove mine and then I drove this, I'd think my car's quicker.
Yeah, because it feels more aggressive.
Comes into boost really hard, like halfway through the race.
Hey, it's a funny placebo, isn't it, that though, with boosting cars? You initially have something that's like wild and leery, but if another car's mapped a different way and it's a lot smoother, it progressively can be actually faster, which feels really weird.
Linear.
Linear, that's the one.
That's the word.
Linear power. You know what I'm interested to see? What his clutch is actually like, 'cause I know mine's ugly.
It's hydraulic.
Fuck. Man's living in the Stone Age of my clutch, mate.
What we're doing, just leaving them without two clankers and gnashing up.
Yeah, ta-ra. Here we are. Different gravy to mine. This is actually planted on boost. Mine feels a bit erratic, it's kind of all over the place.
That's what I mean with mine. There's nothing, then bang!
I wouldn't care, do you know? Obviously, we'll get into mine later, but with mine, I've actually spent time at the minute sorting the underside of it out, new bottom arms, new ball joints, new bushes, and even steel. It still drives better than mine does. And that's irritating.
You didn't want to know what I've spent on mine trying to make it drive nice. Now, to be fair, mine's alright, it's just not as nice as this.
Actually, do you know what? I've just noticed this Cosworth does have a small problem. There's no fucking fuel in it. There's actually no fuel in it, mate.
We had a full conversation about that, but the light's not on.
Oh well. What shockers and everything's this on?
Cornies?
Feels great, like.
What's yours on?
Cornies? Mine must be Tony's, it must be fake. Me dad's.
Tony spoiled.
Oh man. You'll notice we're absolutely roasting. It's about 25 degrees today, but we obviously didn't want to put the windows down, did we? For the noise.
Your microphones pick up wind noise badly.
This car is running out of fuel. Dan said there's no petrol light on. It's a cosy. Don't trust anything. This car is running out of fuel. Mate. It's got no petrol in. I've got my phone. Doesn't have no petrol in though. Oh no! Do you know what? We're actually really lucky and unlucky in the city. There's a man in front of us with a C1 waving us past, and I can't overtake him. It's going to come down. I'm going to go for it. Oh no, I can't. Oh my God! I've never been so embarrassed in my life. Yeah, we're just going to pull in here because it actually is out of fuck's sakes. Actually is out of petrol. Yeah, what a day.
Luckily.
You hear it? That's the end of that, isn't it? I don't have any numbers in this one that belong to anybody else.
Hold on, I'm going to stop
Oh,
recording.
wait, I've got Adam's number. Let's ring him and see what he says about the situation. Which one's Adam Lakers? 847, that's him. Let's give Adam a ring. This is not scripted, by the way. We are actually out of fuel. He's in the dip though, isn't he? I bet he doesn't have no signal. I've got good signal here, but it's not ringing.
available. Please try later or send a text.
What an absolute liberty, mate. What are we
This
going to do
person's
here?
phone is currently unavailable.
You might want to tell him his fuel light doesn't work. No, what's happened here? Right.
Take 2.
Window up.
Yes,
Goes much better with petrol.
100%. If you could have seen that bloke's face in the C1, we literally pulled up his back quarter and didn't have enough fuel to get past him and just conked out behind him. And we were laughing because we actually hit a B as we come to a stop, and the B was actually still alive on the road, so that's how fast we were going.
Just a bit dazed.
Adam says, you're not going to put that in there. Of course we are.
I said, sorry guys, will it be a good content?
Right. But yes, generalisation, after 10-15 minutes out in the car, I think this is one of the best SAFs that I've been in, and I do mean that.
Told you.
I do mean that.
Just a big thank you to Gordon and Dunstan Engine Services as well for putting this together. I've spoken to Gordon quite a bit, he's a good guy. He really knows what he's doing with these engines, and for what he doesn't charge the earth. Like.
No, but you do need to ring him in advance, because as you can imagine, with the SAF engine builder, he's obviously quite busy a lot of the time.
Oh yes.
I know for a fine fact at some point, mine's going to probably, not because there's any problems with it now, mine will probably need an engine at some point.
One day they will. What a good car.
Do you know, obviously it's nice to go fast in a SAF, but this is actually really nice just to drive it. It's lovely. And there's absolutely no lag in that turbo. I've got my footrest on the throttle there, and you can just feel it wanting to light up. That's
It boosts to 30 psi.
Is that what it does? And I look at that.
Why not shit?
It's too busy looking at the fuel.
Oh, I was in there now, man.
2 jerry cans. So yeah, obviously.
No, did you hear what he said when we stopped? And I said, I pointed at that petrol station for you. Oh, is that what you were pointing at?
Yeah,
I think he was looking for another cosy.
We've come out to do a YouTube video in a turbocharged Sapphire Cosworth with probably about £10 worth of fuel in. He's done a load of pulls, and I think he's done well to get where he has.
I mean, it didn't go so well for us.
No, definitely not.
Do you know cosies just dumped in the middle of a field somewhere?
Yeah, just down here.
I thought they were.
Do you know what? We're actually really lucky that we've come with the guy who's, by the way, a big thanks out to the guy who's come out and done the drone work today. Jeff's been amazing, and luckily enough for Jeff as well, Jeff actually bought some spare fuel. If it hadn't have been for Jeff, we might have been Jeffed. We might have been stuck.
Double Jeffed.
Double Jeffed.
That looks good, that, doesn't it?
Does that?
All the cosies
Does that?
together, man. Beautiful.
But yes, final conclusion. Very good.
Mint car. So, as you can probably guess, guys, is we're getting a video a week at the minute. That's what we're aiming for. So, hope you've enjoyed this one. Thank you very much to Adam Lake for letting us use
Yeah,
this.
he's done well. We've actually done really well. We've had 2 videos in 2 weeks, but it depends how you look at it, because we've also had 2 videos in 2 years.
That's true. well, this is the 3rd in 3 weeks.
Oh, it is actually. But we are back. We are going to keep on with it. Do stay tuned, like, share. The views help us a lot, so thank you again for staying tuned from me and Dan.
Thanks again,
End of another
guys.
one.